For the worldwide flag football community, all roads and destinations point towards Canton, Ohio. Welcome, everyone, to the NFL Flag Football Championships presented by Toyota. In the shadows of football greatness and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 300 teams from around the country and internationally vie for enshrinement. They're trying to take home some trophies and make some names for themselves collectively and their teams. Let's take a look at some of the headlines going into this event this year. The rise of football, flag football, has been extraordinary around the world. Over 20 million players worldwide in over 100 countries, 3.6 million players. Notable players in the NFL have participated as well. And remember, a key point, in 2028, it will become, for the first time, an Olympic sport. Let's take a look at the brackets in the women's high school division, the 17 under. As you look at the 16 teams, keep in mind that the Staten Island Giants were the team that prevailed a season ago, but there is plenty, again, lots of stiff competition. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Phoebe Schechter. Katie George will be joining us in just a moment. Back again for the 2025 edition of the NFL Flag Championships. Phoebe, what does this competition mean to all the participants here?
You know what? You've got the participants, you've got the coaches, the officials. Everybody is so proud to be here on this massive worldwide stage, and they've earned the right through 32 different regionals throughout the year. This is a huge opportunity for everybody here. Today we've got the Steelers and the Jets, an all Staten Island affair, and Sarah Colchumiro is someone that we've seen last year that was one of the best players. She is. I mean, she is phenomenal. She is a rusher for the Jets, but she's also playing receiver. She was the 2024 USA Army Bowl All-American athlete. She also is one of our Flag of the Year finalists. I mean, she is just one of the veterans on this team, and she is relentless in her pursuit to get that flag. We'll keep an eye on her. Ava Rotundi on the other side for the Steelers, a high-scoring team during the pool play. She is definitely one to watch. I mean, again, one of our 2025 NFL Flag Players of the Year finalists, but she is phenomenal. She is also somebody who her coaches say her resilience on the field is what makes her so dangerous. All right, we're going to take a short break. Katie George has a great nugget on the other side about just how, quote-unquote, close these teams are. Back after this.
Not uncommon for two teams within the same club to face one another throughout the course of the season. This is actually the third time these two teams will have met, with the Jets winning the first two meetings. Now, the Jets are comprised mainly of seniors, so they're the older team. The Steelers, on the other hand, have a lot of sophomores and juniors. Now, while you might think that this rivalry will be a little bit heated in the club, it might have some animosity, it's quite the opposite, guys. Joe Taglia, the owner and director of THT, tells me that a lot of times he'll interchange these rosters. He'll mix it up depending on the event. 80% of these girls, Mark, play high school flag together, so they're used to playing alongside one another and against each other. Just unfortunate that this is the draw. One THT team has to eliminate the other.
Man, Katie, that feels a little bit cruel to pit them against each other so early in the tournament. As we get underway. But first, before we do, you know, there's some very unique rules in NFL Flag. Phoebe breaks it down for us.
Number one rule, there is no contact in flag, so no tackling or blocking. Every player wears two flags on their belt. If a player has the ball and either flag is pulled by the defense, the play is over. 5 players take the field for each side. The offense starts on their own 5-yard line and has 4 downs to try to reach the midfield. Once they cross the midfield, they have 3 downs to score a touchdown. Defenders rushing the passer must start 7 yards from the line of scrimmage and wait for the snap. Defenders can try to intercept passes, but cannot touch a receiver at any point. There are also no punts. You either hand over possession to the other team or go for it. If you go for it and don't make it, the other team gets the ball on the spot. Games are 2 12-minute halves, so get as many points as you can, and don't forget your celebration dance.
Looking forward to seeing some world-class sellies in the end zone this weekend. And it'll be the Steelers with the football first. Emily Salafia, quarterback right there, number 1. First down. Pass complete to Olivia Picalillo.
It's great to see really early on trying to get some nice, easy passes, finding the gaps in those defenses, that nice 5 and out from Olivia.
Second down in midfield. That pass complete.
So there's now 3, they're on 3rd down now. Keeping in mind within this, they have to get a big chunk here, because on 4th, if they're not close enough or they don't feel comfortable, they would either have to punt it away, which gives possession to the Jets, or they would play it. If they did not convert, then the Jets would start from that position.
On the spot. 3rd down here. Let's keep an eye on Ava Rotundi, number 4. Pass incomplete right near midfield. And that was intended for Rotundi.
You
so to be 4th down. Yeah.
So this
favorite target. But we got a flag down there. See what this flag is all about, Phoebe. So that was against the Steelers. Declined. It'll be Jets football.
So that is impeding the rush. Now, this is a rule that's going to come up quite a lot. The rusher, who starts at 7 yards, has a direct line to the quarterback. So in that case, the center disrupted the path of the rusher. It was 4th down. Now it's turned over, and the Jets are on offense.
Jillian Molfetta, the quarterback for the Jets. First down in midfield. Molfetta delivers a pass complete to number 5, Jacqueline Molinini, pardon me.
What's so key within this sport of flag is about the yards after the catch. If you can throw to a receiver who's on the run like that, look at how many extra yards you're able to get, and it puts that defender in a trailing position. And these flags are so tough to pull.
So basically, right here, that's it.
And we've seen how elusive these players can be in terms of being able to elude somebody pulling their flag off. Using all those moves. Second down in midfield. Another completion. 5 yards shy of midfield. It's Molinini again.
I love that. It's a nice clear out route, opens it up underneath. They are just outside the run zone. You'll see where the red dotted line is on the screen. Within that, they cannot run the foot. But that's the familiarity, right? You can hear him calling the play out in the back. That's what makes it so challenging here. This is why your rusher is so important. You see that she gets her hands up. Not only does she block the vision, but against a shorter quarterback, it knocks the ball down. I mean, terrific job. I think rusher is one of the most important people on the defense.
4th down, and the Jets are going to go for it. Justine Lyle in a quarterback. Wobbly pass incomplete. And the Steelers will take over from the spot. Sarah Colchamiro was the intended receiver.
Wow, I mean, you love to see this. This is how much it means to them, right? We talked about earlier, it's win or go home. A bit of a wobbler coming out from the quarterback. It is a little bit wet out here, which will play a role in that, but great job by the defense covering up the receiver.
Steelers on first down, the pass complete.
Nice play design. You've got the 2 outs and the 2 corners going as well. Again, it just forces the defense to make decisions early, and we're talking about familiarity. I mean, this could be the real turning point in the game where they've got this great possession on this side of the field.
Keely Gifford made that catch. On second down, another pass complete to Gifford again.
3 downs to get the touchdown here, but you see they're using that same concept. That's one of the things I love about flag. If you see that something's working, you keep doing it. You might mix the players who are running it, but the double outs with the double corners.
If they do that, that's going to hurt them, actually.
Wait, let me see.
Extra point right
This
there.
is extra point, look.
All
Who
right.
wants to run the doo-doo? I will. Ava, you have to. Write it on the right side.
Right now you want it?
Yes.
Yep.
I'll do this one. Look, Grace, you're sitting in the middle. What are you doing?
Well, timeout with 1 second. Timeout.
Looks like they're going to get a timeout. Do they,
No, I don't.
Phoebe Tara, run the same play again to Gifford?
You know, it's really interesting is, first off, I love to hear in the huddle like
Right.
that. You hear how the girls are coaching each other up. Hey, you're going to have to sit here. But when you get into the red zone like this, things get so much more congested. And as a defense, you're really so much more limited. In flag football, the expectation is that you're going to score, especially from about 6 yards out like this. So I would look for them to run something a little bit different, but they're normally aiming for the front and the back pylons when you get here.
Gifford has made 3 straight plays. 7-0. That was Rotundi again.
Phenomenal, and you watch when she grabs it, she turns her back to the defender, almost boxing her out. This is exactly what you want to see. We talked about that sudden change and the difference that it will make there.
Steelers off to a great start.
How about that? Oh my goodness.
That is a fantastic catch.
That might be one of the highlights of the tournament. Yeah, Steelers go up 7-0. She was pivotal on that scoring drive. And no surprise that OBJ might be or is her favorite player. First down for the Jets and midfield to go. Down 7-0. Pass incomplete.
They'll be slightly frustrated with that because you've got to be able to get at least 6 to 7 yards every play. You almost act like you've only got 3 downs in this first half because that's the sort of distance you need to be gaining each time. But the quarterback was smiling afterwards.
Second down in midfield, and these games go extremely quick. 2 12-minute halves. Downfield, this pass is caught. And a nice move by Olivia Demanda making the catch.
This is great. She's kind of slowly it off the line, but ended up knowing she was man on man in that situation. I mean, great contested catch with the hands coming through. Strong hands, but we do have an injury.
Yeah, it looks like Sierra Castellan injured herself right there, number 5 for the Steelers. And as you look across the line, I think they only had 7 players on their roster.
Yeah, so only having 2 subs in this game is tough. Already they're having to play both ways. It is going to be a big challenge, but you can see the camaraderie, the players coming over to them.
1. Do you think I have? You sure? You think you had her?
I thought it was, but it was close. It might just get so close. I thought I pulled it then.
Remember at the top of the show, we told you that these teams are both from Staten Island and know each other extremely well. One more look at how she was injured. She rolled her ankle right there, turning it right over.
Yeah, that's always a tough injury. I mean, there's so much change of direction, and the sport, again, even though it's non-contact, there is always incidental contact.
Might have just heard Coach challenge something.
That's correct. That is subjective, just like DPI, anything like that is subjective.
So he was trying to check that he was trying to challenge that it was a sack, but you can have challenges as a coach. However, if it's a subjective moment, you cannot challenge that. It has to be a rule that you are then challenging.
Okay.
What down is it right now? 3rd down. No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to challenge.
3rd and midfield coming up for the Jets now. Good enough for the first down.
absolutely perfect for them. And you love this. Again, you've got that kind of clear out. I mean, she juggled it, but she was able to finally gain possession, reaching the ball out. In flag football, it's about where the ball is, not where the flag is. So reaching that ball out is pivotal. And of course, in flag, there also are no strips, no fumbles, so you don't have to be afraid of holding that ball with your kind of 5 points of contact you'd normally see in the NFL.
From midfield. Importance of the rusher, Emily Salafia.
That is huge. Look at the way that she matches her hands to the quarterback here, raises her hand, the jump at the same time. This is where it can be troublesome when you've got a shorter quarterback. You've got to either be a little bit mobile or you have to be able to throw around. Terrific job.
First down and 10, coming back the other way, 7-6. Steelers with the lead. Beautiful pass, complete. It'll be second down. Vicky Allo with the reception.
You're starting to feel that urgency now because we're running into under 2 minutes within the half. They've got to put points on the board here.
Downfield, and she overshoots her receiver, Keely Gifford. So it'll be third down coming up. Big play here for the Steelers.
Huge, and that was just slightly overthrown. Again, you're looking at that kind of high-low. You had a hitch and out and then a corner over the top. You had your receiver open, and that's where the urgency.
Let's go, come on, come on.
Urgency plays a big role.
Let's go, hurry up.
Third down in midfield. Salafia delivers, incomplete, into heavy coverage for Rotundi.
That was a big turnover as well because they're going to have to punt it. This is a just dangerous enough to have that sort of distance. But keep in mind, it is raining now. The football can be quite slippery, so you might start to look at some of the girls taking off their gloves or finding other ways to give them a little bit of that edge.
Wow. Justine Lyle now in at quarterback for the Jets, incomplete. We've seen a couple of different quarterbacks, and you see that a lot, though, right, in NFL flag?
It is the future of flag football because ideally, imagine if you had an entire team of offense all with quarterbacks who could throw, with receivers who could catch. That would be unbelievable.
That's the end of the first half of play with the Jets leading the Steelers leading the Jets 7-6 in this all Staten Island affair. As Phoebe reported, Katie, it's raining out there, huh? Who do you have?
Yeah, it is. Ball starting to slip through. I've got Ava Rotundi. Ava, you guys score on your second drive, and then you get the 1-point conversion. What do you like about the offensive movement at that point?
I love the offensive movement right now because I know that Emily as a quarterback is going to get us, and she's going to take us to the win.
What do you think of your all's defensive effort here to get rid of the 1-point conversion?
I think that it was a mistake that we made when we let them go deep, but we're gonna put that in the past, and we didn't let that get to us on the extra point, and we stopped what was most important. We said what was most important is not letting them get this conversion because we got it. So now we're up and we're still in the game.
Appreciate it, Ava. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ava is beaming with confidence right now, folks. You already know. You heard and saw for yourself, and she's got the talent to match. Steelers with a 1-point lead. The players on hand getting ready to play their respective games at these 2025 NFL Flag Football Championships in Canton, Ohio. Hey, Sarah Colchamiro, one of the stars to watch in the women's high school division. Folks, just 4'11", diminutive, but dynamic. Touchdown, Sarah Colchamiro.
My name is Sarah Colchamiro. I'm 16 years old. I play rusher and receiver. I started playing flag football when I was 8 years old. I was always an athlete. One of my friends was starting a flag team, asked if I wanted to join, and I fell in love with it right away.
What a catch! She's always got that smile and spark, and the team follows where she goes.
Sonic Sarah scoring again.
Being at the NFL Flag Championship, it means everything. Being here with my best friends, sisters, my coaches, it's more than just a game, it's the family.
there's very few that you can say can spark a team and lead somebody on and off the field.
When I step on the field, all my problems just disappear. I'm only focused on what's going on in the game. Flag has definitely taught me resiliency, keep my head high, and just hold confidence and pride. Let's go!
Yeah, looking forward to seeing a little bit more of Supersonic Sarah here during the weekend. And right now her team down by a point, Phoebe.
But she was the one that got them on the board, and she is going to be that vivacious life that they need, especially playing in this sort of weather, inclement weather, but also under the stress of they need to be able to go downfield and
Ohio. In this first game of the day for us, it's a 7-6 football game right now. Staten Island, New York, leading Staten Island, New York. The Steelers up 1 on the Jets. Both coaches are mic'd for sound. Let's listen up.
It's a 7-6 game. We come out with the ball, right? So this is our game still.
That was my fault.
We're good. Let's go. We're good. Listen, it's a little wet. Those gloves are going to be slippery. Got it?
Flags are going to be slippery too.
Flags are going to be slippery, so we're going to game tackle. We are on our game right now. You hear me?
We are definitely on our game.
And we have ball first.
We have it. We just took the momentum back.
All right, underway.
Everybody, that pursuit drill to be able to make sure that that person stops in their tracks.
First down in midfield. Malfetta quarterback incomplete to Colchomiro.
Yeah. They're going under center. You're looking to try and drag in the defense a little bit, but I would advise to take off gloves at this point because the material of the ball is composite. It's not your leather ball. So with the plastic of the gloves as well, it's like catching butter.
Yeah, we heard Coach allude to that in the huddle a moment ago. That pass complete. Organoni makes the reception.
It was a great tackle by Keely Gifford. Look, in flag, all you need to do is pull one flag to end the play, but if you can go for 2, that increases your percentage by even more. That's what you love to see.
We heard Coach mention gang tackling in one of those huddles. Same concept, get everybody to it?
Absolutely. Everybody, it's like a pursuit drill. Everybody get over there because one missed flag can be the difference between a first down and short.
Third down in midfield for the Jets. Malfetta looking downfield, surveys, almost sacked, incomplete for Colchomiro. Madeline Renna in there with good pressure.
I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication on the offense as well, but watch the defender, number 3 here. She almost pulled it, but we talked about it. Take those gloves off. It's too slippery.
It slid right through her fingers. She otherwise would have had a sack.
You are so spot on, and that would have been a great opportunity, but it was incomplete here.
Let's go to Katie for more on the Steelers.
Yeah, guys, Sierra Castellan, who's one of the receivers and cornerbacks for the Steelers, she got her right ankle taped during halftime. She's hobbling here on the sideline. She is going to try to give it a go here in the second half, which is helpful because the Steelers only have 7 players right now, Mark.
Wow. Emily Salafia in a quarterback, first down in midfield. That pass complete to Rotundi. Ava Rotundi with the reception.
You see what the Steelers are doing here. I mean, they're essentially high-lowing everything, finding ways to get their receivers on the run. What I liked about that from Ava is normally we don't want to encourage a body catch, but with the inclement weather, it's just guaranteeing that you're securing it. And right now, they just need to march down the field because, as we've said, these games go so quickly. So
how many possessions on average do we get?
You really are looking in a game about...
Field. Salafia with a nice sprint.
I love when people start using the double quarterback. Now, this is a great tactic within flag because the first person to receive the ball is designated the quarterback, but they cannot run. Once you hand it off or toss it back, the 7-second clock is canceled and that person can run or pass the football.
So they're looking at third down in midfield.
This is where the rusher is so imperative to a defense because the quarterback had some open receivers, but sometimes your eyes drop to that rusher who's coming at you, especially when you are familiar with them from practice. You see her eyes here, and she wants to go fake pump it, but Sarah Colchimero is just in her face already.
So the Jets will take over on the Steelers side of midfield, trailing by 1 point. Rain coming down, 7:27 to go. Got 3 downs to score on this side of midfield. Pass a little bit low. There's a flag. Had a little bit of contact.
We have a timeout for an injured player. Officials timeout.
Borgononi.
We heard
one that was shaken up.
We heard the coaches talking earlier about the resilience and strength of Ava Rotundi. In this situation, you cannot come through a player to get the ball. This is a non-contact sport, you still have to protect them. So the flag would be on Ava Rotundi in that situation.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty enforced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
This is a non-contact sport.
Incidental contact does happen. It's hard when you see the passion and the fire within. They want to be able to get that, but this is a gift. They have first down from here.
Through there. Didn't even get a chance to throw the football.
Brilliant. And then the way that she came in with that speed, pushing the quarterback out to her left as well, which is tough. I mean, beautiful sack. And then you're watching the focus from Sarah Colchimero as she finds the end zone there to put the Jets up.
Position for everyone. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today. Mark Jones, Phoebe Schechter, Katie George here in Canton, Ohio's 12-7. Jets leading the Steelers with 5:15 to go here in the football game. And it's Steelers football trying to mount a comeback. They haven't scored since very early in this game, Phoebe.
Yeah, it was on the 4th down that wasn't converted. They took advantage of that, but this is going to be a huge drive for them with just about 5 minutes left in the game.
You know, guys, we mentioned how well these two teams know each other because they play for the same club. Well, they're essentially running off of the same playbook, so both staffs are trying to throw in a little wrinkle or a little trick to catch the other two off guard. They know exactly what's coming because they're so familiar with each other's game.
Great point. At some point, you got to switch it up.
Fantastic. And some of the New York Jets organization are here, stood on the sideline like proud parents watching this Jets team. This is what's so great. The NFL clubs really support their teams getting out here to Canton, so they're very proud.
That is so awesome. 14-7. And the Jets get the football too. And do they try and burn a little clock here? Is that what does that look like in NFL flag?
Yeah, you're going to wait and see them wait until the last 5 seconds are here, and then look at running the ball as well.
And there it is. On the rush, Olivia Demanda, number 4 for the Jets. Nice little gain. 2nd down in midfield to go.
Timeout. Steelers, their 2nd of the game.
Rev, if she stands still, she don't got how much time?
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you. Step forward first.
I'm too excited.
All right.
Hey, sorry, what's
not a lot of time. You want to go play 11?
234.
No, yeah, go on.
Listen to me.
And then
Not that stupid. 234. Jill, look at me, please.
So the Steelers stop the clock with 2:34 to go on the timeout. They need a big play here defensively. Who are some of the defensive stars? Who are some of the more dynamic athletes on the Steelers that might be able to come up with one?
Well, we see Ava Rotundi out there. We also see number 1 for the Steelers, the rusher. They can be a big part Just as we say it there, I mean, great job for her to be able to change direction. And that's where you want to see these more long-bodied people like that. Number one from
Emily Salafia, yeah.
I mean, she is very long body, got that reach, which really just blocks. She is 5'4", but her wingspan is much higher.
At the point now where a first down pretty much puts the game on ice for the Jets, right?
Yeah, and you know that the Steelers are feeling that right now. Both teams have timeouts still left, especially from the Steelers' perspective. But what's key is you know they're going to want to try and get those short passes on the run and take their time otherwise.
The Steelers were undefeated coming into this game, and that pass complete. And a stop immediately by Jacqueline Molinini.
Timeout.
1:36 to go, and the clock stops. Fourth down coming up in midfield to go.
They punted. All right, let's go.
So they're going to punt.
Jay's got it.
And the Steelers will have one more chance, Phoebe.
This game is not won yet. Going back to your point earlier, the score is still very tight. They could make this happen if the Steelers are able to drive down the field. They're going to have to take some chunk shots. So I'm interested to see what the Jets defense does in order to prevent that.
That costly safety that they gave up the last time they had the football gave the Jets that 7-point margin.
It would force them to have to go for two. I'd imagine they wouldn't want to be in a shootout in terms of going into overtime if they tied the game up. But this is where you're hoping that all players are healthy. They're able to run their routes to their full extent.
The clock never stops. 1:36. Just run to the line. Emily, call the plays to the line. Whatever you have to do. Use the band. We need yards. We're going to score. We're going to go for 2 for the win. It's all wet and ruined.
We go for 1. Oh, we want to go for 15?
Yeah. No, it's 13-7.
17-14.
Okay, yeah, we'll go 2 for the win. Emily, you call the plays off the band with Chase.
That is the resonating sound of a confident coach. Talking about we're going to score and we're going to go for 2 for the win. Pass complete. It'll be second down. Gifford with the reception.
The defense has gone into a cover 3. All the girls have the wristbands and able to look and know the routes.
Salafia back to pass, slings it, and just overshot her intended receiver, Grace Anderson. Clock running, 1:10 to go.
They're not out of it yet. I just feel like they need to put that little extra gear in some of their routes right now.
Salafia rolling to her left, downfield, incomplete again, so that sets up a 4th down. Rotundi, the intended receiver.
They're going to go for it here. You might as well with the time that's left, but they've got to be able, as a defense for the Jets, to defend the halfway line. This is going to be huge. This looks like a bit of a dime.
As the Steelers couldn't get their offense cranked up the way they did in their first 3 games in pool play. Let's go to Katie.
Sarah, what do you like most about that final defensive stand?
Oh, how intense it was. I mean, we came back in the second half and we just kept our mind in check, and second half teams always win. So
the Steelers took a 7-point lead early in the first half. What did you think about the response that your team showed?
Yeah, we definitely kept the level head. We didn't get too high, we didn't get too low. We know they're a great team. I mean, we're best friends with all of them. So we just kept our minds in check and just had to use our ability to come out on top.
Speaking of being friends with them, how difficult or better does it make it playing a team you know so well?
I mean, they're all our best friends, but we know how to have friendly competition. It is difficult though, but when it comes to game time, we're all locked in. So
we saw a bunch of highlights throughout the course of this game. How difficult is it getting a safety?
Very, very hard. I mean, you have to stay concentrated the entire time on the girls' hips, and we executed that, and that's what we did.
You guys advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow. What's the plan for tonight?
We're gonna chill, have a good night, have a good dinner, and yeah, watch
Awesome.
some film probably too.
Congratulations, Sarah. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Mark.
Gonna be an interesting dinner if some of her Steeler teammates are around there, right? From the same area tonight, but what a performance by the Jets. They win it And here's a look at some of the pivotal plays. Steelers took an early lead.
I mean, this was incredible. You had a quarterback scrambling.